You say, what shall I do? I shall speak in the spirit, is not speaking in tongues. You say, he that speak in tongues speak, his spirit speak.
I see.
Now the tongues are like a language. A language is like a part of the wisdom. But he is now an unknown language.
Unknown. Some mystery.
And so now the tongue have some mysteries in, have some wisdom in.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. You understand that?
Okay.
So don't think the fire have not wisdom in.
Okay.
It have more wisdom. It have like compact wisdom, wisdom too deep that you can understand it. So you convey that wisdom by the fire. So you say, vote for me. You try to bring the fire out. Then the people start thinking, what's all the things you say?
No, they cannot think anymore. They just want to vote.
They say, wow, this is enough wisdom.
Yeah.
Now he is just convincing.
Don't have to think anymore.
Surely, the politicians want to have some fire. Very difficult.
Okay.
You understand that?
I see.
So, we see now the second tier of politicians that come up. Now, Biden is now gone. But there's now many second tier, second level presenters. There's now a Jew, and then there's now a nice guy. So they have to choose. The Jew talk now a little bit better, but he's in Philadelphia. It's a very left state. They get the word Philadelphia means actually brotherly love, friendship.
Okay.
So they are very left there. So there's no the Jew. He talk about their freedoms. So he talk good, but he tried to have fire now. He tried to speak strong now. So when he start, his voice is already nearly gone. Can you understand?
Sounded too fast.
Because you need fire. Otherwise your voice go,
Look.
you exhaust your energy source. You need the energy source. You have something important to say, you need the energy source. You need fire. Out of the fire, a lot of wisdom comes. So, watchman, he call it, you need a burden. The burden is you have a lot of fire. Now, out of the fire, to accomplish now the goal, to accomplish now the faith, to accomplish now the evidence, the pre-evidence of what you see in the future.
Yes.
So you have the fire as a new thing, but now you have to explore. You have to make it now a reality in your message. So now you have a lot to say because you have the seed there, seed of fire. And now you have to grow it till it become very clear what's in the seed. You have to show the whole tree. But when you come, you have the seed, a lot of power in the seed. A lot of potential. He call it a burden. Okay, say you need a burden. He say the burden are summarized many times in a single word, but there's a burden. And then he say you have to release your spirit. He talk actually about the fire. Okay, so that's all he talk. And then out of that, he have a lot of wisdom. He talked, and surely now here the Jew, he tried to speak, tried to speak now, very strong. Talk about the freedoms of the people. So, and so we are probably not better than the nice guy. The nice guy is the VP. The VP.
Okay.
And then I said, why didn't they choose this guy? He's a Jew. So I said, maybe because he was Jewish, they can't choose him. But now you can see they try to get fire. They try to speak short, powerful sentences. Surely they have a lot of writers of the message that must think. What is short words? You can talk to the crowd with simple comparisons, and so that it goes very easy out, and which the people agree with. So surely you have the writers constantly thinking about it. And then surely the guy that presents must put his flavor in it, his people that understand what he wants to say in his way. But they want to have fire, this is all. So they know you cannot just start there and talking some stories or some. You have to have outgoing. You have to have some strongness. Now the Chinese talk about it, not the Western. Normally the Western talk wisdom.
I see.
The Jews look for the fire. This is the blessings, the signs. They look for this personality, this source out of which the wisdom come. So they look actually for the faith of the fire. They don't really know what the fire is. But they know something different than the wisdom. So the Greeks only think if you have wisdom, this is good enough. This is now the professors. This is now the academic. This is now the talkers, very boring talkers. You need to put the fire in. Surely they start realizing you need a fire, but they have no fire. So now they have to try to have surely you need a lot of light. Otherwise the fire cannot go out. You need a very short, compact word. Otherwise the fire cannot go out. So this is the problem. So now all the new politicians, now they are young, they are all in the 40s, 50s or 60s, and they have to show some fire. The woman also tried to presence of fire. They have trained her for 6 months so that she can
Okay.
talk, and then she have to at least she can talk. The Biden could not talk. Even they give the prompter or whatsoever, and they teach her say this and then wait a little bit and say very strong, and even the crowd comes, say then the next. So highly trained. She don't want to talk to the reporters, because then the reporters will ask how she think, what's her policy, and then she have not something that guide her.
She can say something wrong.
So surely the teleprompter is a big solution. You have this side and that side, and big, and somebody control it. You know where if you know stop, you have to stop, because you cannot clearly know what is the pace. Because the crowd sometimes says, sometimes not. All right, so surely they have to prepare now very hard. But the main thing, actually, they need fire. They need fire. This is the problem they don't have. They have all the thinkers, writers, Jewish writers behind it. But you have to present it. Now, Biden could not present it. He loses his train of thoughts. And if they're not the teleprompter with the debate, he cannot read it. Even he cannot read it off. He do too bad.
Yes.
He start talking, and then his mind go there, and then he talk about COVID, and then he say, well, what? I don't know what he's saying now. Maybe he also doesn't know what he's saying. All right, so the people need fire. Surely Trump has also a VP.
Yeah.
Now, the guy is a lawyer. He knows his politics very well. But he tried to have his fire. You have to say the things very strong.
How to say it? Not BB.
Yeah. So you can train the people, but then just like training a singer.
No, it's like training vote for me. Not natural.
So, but if you have real fire, so the singers train to try to get a fire, but they've never fire. Kingston is always without fire.
The moment the face fire comes,
Yeah.
I start talking from here.
Yeah, all right.
It's different. No, from here. No, start talking from here.
Yeah. So,
Different.
all right. But even the guys sing good, you still need fire. You can have a pretense.
Oh.
You can have the outward, but you need the real fire. Can you stand there? You need the real importance. All right, so now surely the American politics there's a lot involved there. Can you stand there? A lot of power. You give to the elite or not. Surely the Hollywood say, wow, we have now, maybe we can win. All you have to do, you have to support them, and I have give $150,000, and you have to donate and support and donate and support. Is all I can say to you.
Try to be.
I don't know. The Jews understand you have to donate. They know you have to support something, otherwise they are going to lose their Hollywood.
If they have a cause.
So you say, I have to donate. You say, I give now so much, but all the others you have to donate.
This is a required license for all the ministers. Because no matter where they go, it's all depends on can they get offerings.
Yeah.
Can it go donation?
Yeah.
It all depends on this.
Yeah.
Each pastor struggle to get this, but see how much you have to get your own
Yeah.
donation. You need this. You cannot miss it.
So for some reason, they know you have to maybe donate.
Yeah.
So, so they have a whole philosophy. Don't think the Jews have not a philosophy. You do have to do charity, otherwise you don't get something back. Even the business people say, I was never successful because I've always wanted to get rich. Till I realize I must give something to somebody they want, then I get rich. So they start understanding some principles. Can you understand? You have to give to others. If they get value, you can get. Your product is good, they get value. You can get rich. You say, you have learned now the principle has to do with others, not to do with me. If it's about others, it's very good for me. Can you stand there?
Oh.
Now, the church say that actually you have to give. But it's not that the pastor must give money to the church. The church must give money to him. So they have the message, they switch the message up. So the business guys say, you have to help other people. And when you help other people, things will come back to you.
Each of their business, they first offer you a search engine.
Yeah.
To help you.
Yeah.
They get so much back.
Yeah. So
All use this principle.
All right. So, but the church don't understand it. They preach the principle, but even Rodney, he said, all right, I go now from church to church and I say, for the pastor, you don't have to give me anything. And surely if some guest speaker you have to pay him a lot of money, depending how important he is. So you just don't know that.
Yeah, I know that.
So I don't know it. So Bas is in Lichtenburg and I said, well, I want to come and visit you. He said, I'm not going to pay you at all. I said, what are you talking about? Because they know if a pastor come, you have to pay them. But he said, you don't have to pay me at all. The donations that come in my services come to me. If they don't donate, I don't get money. But what you will get more people in your church. So if I go away, they can donate more to you. So this is his deal. So therefore the churches just want him because he have now some Pentecostal things, no good visitor.
The white church is much nicer. Chinese church don't work like that.
Yeah.
Prophet go. They said if he go, more people come, more people donate. Everything belongs to the church. They will only already say how much they pay beforehand.
All right, but then many times the pastor say, all right, he come, but there's no people coming. So they provide their church and their people and announce it a little bit, that they bring their unbelievers and so on, because he's an evangelist. But if he asks a certain amount of money, and there was not enough offering, because they must also do now, make it known and print something and advertise it or whatsoever. So they have also some cost they have to do. And so normally a pastor just asks a certain amount of money. Now maybe the Chinese say, on the amount that come in, you get so much. So if nothing come in, he also don't get nothing. But Rodney say, all right, the money that come in is for me. Your advantage is now you have more people because I bring the unbelievers in. And then you have more work, and then you will have more donation. But then he talk, he say, all right, but maybe the pastor must give to the people some money. So, nobody will talk that.
Okay.
And he'll not talk further about... So, you have to give money to receive money. You have to give a physical product to receive. Although Paul say, if I bring you spiritual things, it cannot compare to physical things. Can you understand? He say, although I have not used this, me and Barnabas, we have not even married. We are not free not to work. We have to labor ourselves. And he don't write that we have to start now. He say, I don't write because now I can say freely I have do psychology, motivate, be a speaker for you freely. Now you can say nothing. I bring the gospel treasure freely to you. You say you want to go to Rome so that he can impart some spiritual gifts to them. Can you understand it? So when he come, some people start receiving some fire. Maybe some only for a couple of days. Then he have to preach again, and you have to transfer a little bit more fire and faith to the people. He said, by the hearing, your faith comes. So I preach in the fire, then you receive some fire. If you receive some fire, you have some plans. Now, how to execute your plan, you have to have some wisdom. So it forces your wisdom now into a certain place. All right, but the churches have swapped it. They say, you have to give to me. Can you understand me? All right, so surely if somebody give your spiritual things, this is what Peter's saying, the trial of your faith, which is more valuable than gold. And so the faith, the fire of the faith have more value than gold. That must go through fire. So now the fire are positive and negative. The fire, if these politicians want to have some fire, exhaust them.
Okay.
And after your preacher fire is out now, then you have to run away. You have to fill yourself with the fire again. So Erasmus saying, after your victory, you have to go to your cave. You say Samson, this is what Samson did. He have a big victory. He put the jackals in the harvest and burned down all their harvests, 2 by 2. And surely he's a big victory now. But after the victory, he have to run to the cave. The cave, he say, you have to go and pray. So he say, all right, I speak now tonight, but after there's a prayer meeting. Who want to come and pray with me? They 1 or 2 or 3 people to come and pray with me after my victory. I mean, I feel everything is good. He said, now you have to go and pray. Because the devil is upset. You have a victory. Do you think the devil is not upset? Now you are weak. Now he are going to attack you. When the pastors talk about it, they say, wow, I prepared the whole week, pray in tongues so much. Then the meeting comes so successful. When I go to my hotel, because, the preachers move around, they always live in hotels.
Yes.
Then my back pain. And wow, I am in a terrible place. My faith is gone. My fire is gone. I am afraid of this. I'm in a worse place than a normal person. Now, Erasmus said he knows what it is. So therefore, after your victory, you have to fill you again with the fire. Because when you are on the fire, the devil cannot reason with you.
Yes.
The devil cannot give you worries. You have this faith. Even against everything. So Paul say, he don't walk by sight, but by faith. Now, if you have not faith, then you focus on the faith, where you want to go, the hope, but the faith present. You say, faith is the substance of the things we hope. You have some substance, so you need some fire, which gives you hope. Can stand there. You need something more important than the wisdom. But that is for a lot of wisdom. This is the seed of all the massive wisdom, with all the branches and the fruit on it and whatsoever. That fire you have to have. So Rodney say, I have to get my fresh fire again. Surely he wake also up in the flesh. He say, what? I have no will, no faith. I don't want to go and preach now. And some of the churches are dead.
Yes. Hopeless.
Why have I talk so boldly? Phone the people when I have the fire. Surely when you have the fire, you convince everybody. They need some fire in their church. This is not so easy to have fire, and the fire can only burn a little bit. Then the energy is finished. You have to recharge again. All right, so they want to have fire, but you need fire. You can pretend to have fire. You have to have fire. Now, if you have good sentences, but you cannot have long sentences when you talk to the crowd. You need fire for the fire.
Yeah.
The crowd want fire. They want also a summary. They don't want long lectures. They want a summary of what you want to say. Now, surely the Jews are good. They try to give you a summary, short sentences, key sentences. But But now you have to present it. Now, the Biden could not present it. His talk can go away. At least a normal person have some enough. He was a lawyer, he know a little bit about logic and so on. So he can read it very easy, and it's very simple words also, but it says something. Now we just have to get the fire in.
Yeah.
Now this is difficult.
Yeah.
How bigger the fire is, how shorter the sentences. And how lesser he speaks, and how more the crowd speak. Can you understand that? So the fire are really important. Now surely you need also the wisdom. So there's 3 gifts of wisdom. One, to see the past, look at the past, or see the past. Many times you don't see the past. To see the future and to work the current day. Can you stand it? All right, but then there's surely also 3 or 4 gifts. 5 gifts, which are spiritual gifts. The gift of faith, the gift, so you need a lot of fire. The gift of powers, gift of healing, and the gift of powers, all are spiritual gifts. This is gifts of the fire.
I see. There's a gift of power. So it's power we're talking, not just faith. That's also power.
The fire are the power. So there's levels of power. The highest we call power.
That's why Bunny's woman, lay hand on me.
Yeah.
First I feel fire.
Yeah.
Then I fall.
Yeah.
There's a power.
Yeah.
Then there's healing.
Yeah.
All the 3 work together.
All right, there must be healing also now. Okay, understand? So normally when the people are healed, they feel some heat.
Yeah.
They feel some warmth come on them. Okay, understand? All these indicate elements of the fire.
Yeah.
So they are rows, levels of the fire. Now, you need a lot of fire to get to the body. You don't need so much fire for the mind. You need a little bit more fire, or so much fire for the wisdom, but you need a lot of fire for the body. There's the gifts of faith, the gift of healing, and the gift of power. Now, these 2 other gifts, the other gifts are the speaking in tongues. So Paul compared the speaking in tongues and the prophecies. In the church you need prophecies, not that you don't need power. He said what you must do, you must first pray in the Spirit and then in the understanding. So you say for yourself, if you pray in Spirit, you build yourself up. Then the fire builds yourself up. So how can you be built up? You have to speak in tongues. The Bible says if you speak in tongues in the Spirit, you speak mysteries. So it is more compact, more abstract, more a seed of a lot of wisdom.
Okay.
So, therefore, if the people have some fire, they can talk witness extensively. They talk the story, but they can talk is so attractive because of the fire. It's attractive. Even simple stories is as if there's something more in the story because of the fire. And the moment you have a lot of fire, when you see something, is actually it draw the wisdom inside inside it.
Okay.
So Paul say, what shall I do? This is the question. What shall I do? He said, don't speak in tongues in the church. This is not the time. Because the fire have nothing to do with, it seems nothing to do with wisdom.
Oh.
Okay, stand there.
Okay.
So now, many people say, the Pentecost have too much fire, too little wisdom. Because the pastor have only speak in tongues.
I see.
Russ speak in tongues. And surely for big crowds now, you have just to say a few things, and then he start with the healing ministry. The healing minister excited. Here come the guy is sick. They must carry him up. Now he sit. He have to pray now. Then the people say, what are going to happen? He must now demonstrate that the guy cannot see, and now he can see. And all right, but if you have a lot of fire, things start happening with people.
I see.
You need some fire. So I see when Oral Roberts have his tent meeting, he pray for the sick. Now he preach, he have not so much fire, but he try to preach. And then he pray for the sick always. Name of Jesus, healed. So they have to reveal their fire. Can stand there. A little bit higher.
I don't care. He tried to describe how he feels.
So the fire, your voice are raised a little bit.
Well, now I know why some people see vision, but there's not a fire. When
There's no fire. You have need fire also.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of fire, the wisdom is easy. But you have to have also wisdom. Now I have seen in the Protestant churches, especially in South Africa, there's a couple of guys, they really read of the Bible. They read also a lot of books. They it's nice to listen to them. They have a lot of interesting things, unexpected things to say. And they are running with what they say. It's attractive. There's not a boring moment. Surely they have prepared it, and they have the verses, and they have the stories, and they continue. So surely the word must also be mature, while you need some fire. You need the fire also.
Yes.
You need both of them. Can you stand it? So Paul said, what shall I do? I shall speak in the spirit, mysteries, this is the fire, and I shall speak in the understanding. So he don't say just speak in the spirit.
Yeah.
Just have fire. So Nicky van der Westhuizen say, if I have to pray for the sick, it's like 10 times more. I must prepare myself. I have to pray the whole day, 9 hours in tongues. Then I can. He say to prepare for my messages 2 hours. Then I have a good message that people can listen to. But if I have a healing ministry, I have to pray in tongues for 9 hours.
I see.
All right, so surely he just say, all right, I have tongues, this is what I have. And surely if we pray more, there's more fire. And if you don't pray so much, there's not so much fire. So all he say, for the healing, I need more fire than for the wisdom. Can you stand that? Now surely you need a lot of fire and a lot of wisdom. Now, mostly the Pentecostal people, or sometimes more not academic people, they are more primitive people, can't stand it more. But they can speak in tongues, but they are not trained to develop their mind. They are not trained to read out of the Bible. They are not trained to think. They are not training their meditation.
I see.
Can you stand there? So you can say, you need a fire, but you need also the training of your mind.
Yes. Because if they have not a vision of foreknowledge word, they cannot have faith on it. Otherwise, something goes wrong. They can have a very strong faith on vision they see, very strong faith on word they see, very strong faith on wisdom they see.
All right, so one of the practices you have to have are your meditation, is your prayer life.
Oh, okay.
You can say, I have to, this is what Paul say, what shall I do now? I say you have to prophesy in the church. You have to have wisdom in the church. You have to have a teaching in the church, not tongues. Don't speak in tongues, because if an unbeliever comes, they say, what happened here? Too much noise. And he will walk out. But if you prophesy because he have a mind, he don't know what is the fire, but he have a mind. If you can tell his past and tell what his future is and give solutions to his current problem, marriage problem, whatsoever, he will recognize this is supernatural. This is a supernatural revelation. He have not seen it, but you bring it out together in his context. So Paul said, what must I do? I cannot bring the fire, too much fire. I have to bring understanding. But I cannot say the fire is unimportant. So you say, if I speak in a tongue, my understanding is unfruitful. So I don't develop my understanding when I speak in tongues.
Okay.
All right, so I build my fire, but I don't build my understanding. So now you can now see, if you would have built, because the understanding is also support for your message. It's also a substance, a place which you can stand in. But if you have now only the fire, you bring out now something, but it is not so good. Can you stand there? And your fire have not a house to stay in. So the fire can easily burn out. So if you have a prayer, but you have no understanding, you can pray 1, 2, 3 things and it's finished. So I know when I pray, I have to stand on one subject. I cannot jump. The moment I jump, the fire, everything goes away. The power, the authority, the glory, everything goes away. I know I have to stay on the subject. Don't go away from the subject. Sometimes I think, oh, now I'm saying, now go to the next verse. Don't walk. The fire go away, the burden go away. So what I've told Lord, no, you have to stop now. The treasure don't work anymore. So surely you cannot ignore the wisdom. You have to train more in your wisdom than the academic people. You have to meditate, because they don't meditate. They read books. Now you must also have some information. You also read out the Bible, and you can also read important book. But you have to create yourself. You have to think yourself. You have to focus yourself. You have to stand still yourself on concept. You have to penetrate into the wisdom yourself. You have to ask yourself a question. You have to seek yourself. You have to knock yourself. You have to have a step of faith in a direction you have never gone. You have to build vocabulary. You have to build more insight. You have to build more formulas and principles and rules and laws. You have to find connections. You have to summarize things. You have to be fluent in the wisdom. You have to train yourself daily. Can you stand here? Now, Paul say, what shall I do? Surely when I go to the church, I must have see a vision. Or I need a revelation so that I can prophesy. Or I need something, a doctrine, a rule, a big truth I have to present. Or I need a song that's hard on my... I need something. Can you stand there? Therefore, to have the wisdom in the church, you have to train your mind heavily. Now, the only solution that academics say, read your 1,000 books. Now, you have also to read a lot of books. I start reading Watchman's books. I buy the stand, start reading. Each day a book, and the books is like this. Some of the books is thicker and it's 2 days. Each day, go and underline each chapter, say something. Next day, next book, say, I feel so good. I pray first, but it's now a holiday. I have 12 hours to read, so I read till the evening. And here in the middle, it became exciting. My mind started running better. So I have forced, nobody has teach me. I have forced my mind not only to read out the Bible, but to read book. Now, he have good books. There's no other books was too simple for me. So he write simple logic and say a lot about something he want to say. So this have helped me. Now, he have not too much high spiritual things. He just talk about characters and discipline and rules and don't live according to the flesh. And this is most of his book. Only here, when you get old, he talk a little bit about spiritual things, but out of a strange perspective. All right, now Paul say, what shall I do? He say, I shall speak in the Spirit. So you have to do that also. So it's very simple. So, all right, half an hour, speak in the Spirit. Half an hour, meditate.
Okay.
So he said, what shall I do? Now, maybe in the beginning you can do it at least 15 minutes. And after the mind, you can increase it to 20 minutes or whatsoever. So that you have a daily injection of the fire and the understanding. Now, surely if you listen to a message, you activate a little bit the understanding. If you read out the Bible, you activate. But the word must come inside you. You have to question. You have to consider something. You have to say, what does it really mean? But, all right, so some people have make a big effort. Some walk just. So they read the Bible, they read books. This is walking. Read the Bible, walk a little bit faster pace. But meditation is running. They don't want to run. This is the best. If you can keep your half an hour daily of your prayer life in meditation, after a year, 2 years, that mind of you run. When you open your mouth, nobody, you are too fast with the new concepts, the new words. Even your smart, wise guys get not a word in. And if they say a sentence forcefully, because they've read the whole book about someone, you have already a better answer before they end their sentence.
I want to change.
And then when they try to get something, you have already 2 steps ahead of them. You already know what they are going to say. Before you already see they want to say this, and then you answer it, and then they have nothing to say. And if they get something in, they think they have something else to confirm. You go a step further and find the errors. All right, so the power of your mind you have to develop. You cannot just have the fire. So this is the complaint, the accusation of the pen. They have too much noise. They are too emotional. So surely the wise people will have low words for the fire. But it's true, they have too much fire and too little wisdom. They have to have a lot of more wisdom. Now, if you have fire, you can have more wisdom. Let me tell you. So I can now listen to Ras Erasmus. He have now a very good message there. I've listened many times through the message because of the fire, not because of the wisdom.
Marcel is the same. When I started listening to Marcel, I said, "You feel good." He didn't say much. I still want to listen to him.
You have to have some. You have to add.
I see.
So he go through. He say, "All right, the church need a secret. Every person that God raised have a secret." Then he say, Moses have a secret. When he come back out of the desert, the Midian, he say, the I am have sent me. He say, he have a revelation, he have a secret. I am. He say, Elijah have a secret. He say, bring me the string instrument, the harp, and play music. Then I will prophesy it. He say, you have a secret. Somebody must play then. He will see a music. The moment he listen to the music, so the music put you maybe a little bit into the spirit. So the music have not much wisdom in. He tried to touch the fire. Just try, so therefore the singer can become very popular because they try. They have to sing. They have to have a talent. And so people like to listen to it because it touch easier the fire. Can you stand it? And the people want the fire. They want the energy. You say, all right, Paul and Silas have a secret. They are in a jail. They are not going to get out here.
Yeah.
They have guards and they are chained. They are not going to, and they are wounded. They say, but they have a secret. At midnight, they start singing songs. Heaven open. And an earthquake come. But the strange earthquake, the chains fall off. The strange earthquake is and surely the head must think everyone have escaped because the doors is open, the chains is off. Paul said, don't worry, we are still all here. He's so happy, you're not going to lose his job. They invite Paul and he help wash his wounds and so on. And his house was safe. Can you stand there? So they say they have a secret. You say the same. Peter and John have a secret. Now the prophets have not a secret. You don't hear Moses have the secret. You don't hear Solomon have the secret. You don't hear David have the secret, but they have the secret. They go up to temple. Solomon say you need silver and gold to help the guy. Give him a good house and good medicine and herbs and so on. The poor guy cannot walk. He's saying, silver and gold I don't have, but what I have, he says, they have a secret. They know when they say some words, the fire fall.
Oh.
The words mean something to them. Say, in the name of Jesus Christ. Wow! If you say the right words, the right things happen. If the right things are open in you. If the right things are open, if you say the right words, that thing start having a bridge, having a channel, having a impartation, having coming out. So therefore, you have opening in a fountain of life. The moment you open your mouth, about the fruits of joy, the fruits of love, fruits of outgoing, the fruits of freshness. The moment you open your mouth, that well starts flowing out. Now, if the well is not open, you can quote it. It will be just some wisdom. You don't say, we are the river of life, church. This is what Rodney said. Well, the river of life. You must say, no, the river of fire. This will be the right river. There can be a river of fire also. Why? And the river of wisdom. We call it light. There can be a river of wisdom also. Guys, this is Solomon. He has a river of wisdom. Just one sentence, one verse after another verse. One is just better than the next one.
Yes,
this is so compact. It defined so clearly the things. And he just go on chapter on chapter on chapter. He said, how many subjects have this guy that he can talk? And each one is like a chapter or a book or a real truthy. And it's just about wisdom. He have a river of wisdom that flow out of him. Now you have also to have a river of wisdom. A river of jokes. One joke after another joke, after another joke. And each joke is like a world of reality that play down. So you have to say, therefore he say, you have to develop your wisdom. So David say, meditate on the law. Solomon say, no, meditate on wisdom. Now the wisdom has to do with the formulas. It's more compact. It's defined much more around it. So he's saying, all right, you have to have a river of wisdom in many areas. Now surely he have also implemented his wisdom. So this is another level. You have to implement. They say you must not be lazy. He's saying, if you work hard, you will never get hungry. But if you are lazy, your poverty come like a robber. Steal everything from you. You say, go and look at the ant. You have no leader. Why must you need a manager? And they gather their food in the summer for the winter. They say, there's no manager. You say, learn. Why must somebody manage you? You manage yourself. Now surely the fire will start managing you, push you in directions. If you have a lot of fire, your faith. One of the gifts is also faith. Surely we know if you speak a lot in tongue, your faith are rising, your fire are rising. All right, but all I say, here he's saying, but what I have, now who can have it? Who can have this treasure? They are just, Pentecost have come and the fire is on them, power is on them. You see, but what I have, the fire will heal the guy. The wisdom won't heal him. The wisdom must build a hospital to help him. We can help him a little bit, but the fire will heal him. You say, but what I have, he has power, he has fire. The baptism have just happened. He are full of this fire. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, stand up and walk. So now the fire, the moment he mentioned things which he knows, now you can say, what I have, but what do you have? You have wisdom, so the Protestants won't pray for the sick. They will pray if God wants.
Now you have nothing. You used to have money, now you don't even have money.
You say, I have not even money, we don't go and fish. We have not, but what we have can heal you. We have fire. They are just baptized just after Pentecost. The fire is still very fresh. Like Rodney say, when the fire comes 4 days on me. Surely say, go out now. He's 18 years old. He just opened his mouth, the people fall. And then the people start laughing. He say, how can you give to an 18-year such power? You cannot, the guy's 80, he's just still wild, he know nothing. But the fire have fallen on him. Now you see here, because the field, people fall here around me. Surely if people want to listen, you have fire now. You have not so much wisdom that he can tell stories unending. Tell bad the government is. Tell how everyone deceive you. Tell how bad the COVID is. Well, it's so nice to listen to because they have fire.
They say it's like people have wisdom. Anything they say, you can listen.
Yeah.
You want to listen more.
Yeah. You want to, and even he have not so much wisdom, but he can at least look at things.
Even after you love, you want to listen.
Yeah. So, all right, this is what the fire, surely, and if you can get more fire in your life, who can deny it? So this is what Peter say. But what I have, well, in the prophecy, because I've studied, go to the memory, I read so much book, and I'm a preacher, but I cannot say what I have. I have wisdom. I can maybe like Solomon, but you don't hear. At least Solomon can figure out. He's saying, the spirit of man is for his healing. At least he have recognized something. He says, man have a spirit. And that spirit is for his healing. He don't say herbs is for your healing. He don't say diet is for your healing. Moses said diet is for your healing. You must don't eat this, don't eat that. This is problems. Quarantine yourself. You have a lot of things. But Solomon said your spirit is for your healing. Now, when the Holy Spirit comes, the spirit gets much bigger. Now, surely Jesus gives power to the disciples. They go also out, pray for the sick, drive out the demons, because they are spirits.
Yes.
You can, with wisdom, you cannot drive out the demons.
Can I talk to you a little bit? Demon, could you please? The demon said, I know Paul, I know Jesus, who are you?
So they also use, he say, in the name of Jesus Christ, which Paul preached, demon go out. I will say, where are your spirit? Where are your fire? Where are your resistance? The demons won't go out. So that you can have the right words, but if you have not, you have to have the fire, then by the words it are released. Can stand. If you don't have the gift, you cannot release the gift. Activate the gift. So we have to activate, but you need somebody that have the gift.
Sure.
And also somebody that want it or are open to receive it. And it's also not to say, you will receive it. So the bull, I don't know, what is his name?
Bill Johnson.
No, not John, what's the other bull? The prophet, his children don't believe in him, so they don't receive the prophecies. They say, well, we know our father is a bad father. This prophecy thing he talk, they don't believe in it. But other people believe it and they receive it. Yeah, Rihanna go to that for a couple of years.
He must take real
Now we have not much of a fire, but you have prophecy.
Oh, here.
Now, surely prophecy is already, to be a fortune teller in China, you are already a little different, strange guy.
Yes.
Can't stand it.
They had to read all wisdom book before they
all
go
of
to
us, yeah.
last one is the prophecy book.
And then they must have the inclination. The monks actually choose who have the inclination or not.
Who can prophesy? Only rich woman. She can get to a level of wisdom who can prophesy.
Then you can say, all right, I see things. Let me just look at your face. I know already many things. I don't know everything, but I know already something. The moment you open your mouth, I more, then I know, do you have fire? Do you have wisdom? What level you are? And then surely then I can reveal all the wisdoms, reveal all the fires which you don't have, and build yourself up. All right. So John and Peter have something. They don't just have a sentence in the name of Jesus. They have really the fire in them. You say, but what we have? They have now power, mighty wind, the fire. They speak in tongues. And they are going up 3 o'clock for prayer meeting. The guy stands. He's saying, we have not worked so hard on our gold. Maybe we have to work on it. The Jerusalem church have not figured this out. Moses have figured it out. He say, the people must bring their tents, all their sheep, so that the priests can live. After the temple are built, they have to maintain the food for the temple. All right, so Moses have think, Peter have not think. They say, yeah, sell the things and we will help the widows. But after you sell your ground, what do you have now? Now you have no ground anymore. And surely the people that are a little bit more practical, you say, you cannot say you have sold it for all and you have not. You say, you could have kept half and just say, give me the half, but you must not say. So he's actually very hard on them, the poor people, because you have power in him. Power to heal and power to kill. So don't think there's not power to kill also. Power to drive out the spirits.
Jesus said, what you burn on earth will be burned in heaven.
Yeah, so don't matter what he bind, even is wrong. It's not wise. It will be bound. And he can open things, even not wise things. He can open doors. No, therefore you need wisdom to open the right doors, because if you open the wrong doors, it have not a future.
You can also open the wrong door.
Not because you have the fire, you open the door that people give to you. You cannot do that. You open the...
You cannot, because you are beautiful and smart. You go and get many guys. You can, but you must.
Surely the beautiful woman use their power.
No, you are smart. You cannot know. You can get any guy you want to speak. You know that, but you cannot do it.
This is not not wise.
Not right.
So Rodney say, you don't have to worry for the donations. You need a fire.
Oh, you know it, huh?
But you cannot do that. The same as you say. Surely because of the fire, people will give more donations. But you have to say, have you worked it out? How are they going to work? They give their money. They wash a little bit in the fire. Tomorrow they go and they are poorer. Nothing will happen. Only by wisdom they will prosper. If there's not wisdom, there's no prosperity.
Benefit no other people.
So this is clear. You have to create something to have a benefit.
Okay.
If you don't create something, there's not more benefit. If you don't create something, there's not more abundance. If you don't plant more seed, there's not a bigger harvest. Where must you plant the seed? Plant it in the churches. No, plant it in your farm, in your land, in your daily life, in your business. Plant it there. Don't. This is what we say. They say, wow, you do so good in the business. The government must take half. No, you need that half of money to grow your business. Now your business grows slower. You would have grown, if you say, just take 10%. Your business can grow much faster. Now your 10% become much bigger, as if it was half. You have to think a little bit further. You have to be wise. Don't plant your seed in the wrong place. Now, Somebody else can come. Bring your fire, but you have to bring fire in yourself.
I see.
So you have to pray in the Spirit. The fire is there, but you have to get the fire. Now somebody else can help you a little bit, but this is very superficial. The fire must come. The seed of the fire must fall in you. If it don't fall in you, you depend. And we know, don't depend on nobody.
Yes.
This is a crisis. He will ask money for you. He won't pray for you. You must pray for yourself. You have to find the fire yourself. And the gospel is like, say, you can find the fire. Anybody can have the gifts. He says, seek the best gifts. All right. Surely, here Peter are very clear. I say, but what I have, but what do you have? I will give to you. Now, surely he gives the guy much more than money. The guy cannot walk his whole life. His legs was never developed. Now he stand up and he start jumping. And everyone have seen him, they beg. They don't want to give him money, but what can he do, the poor guy? So now what I have, I can give you. So surely the fire are more than gold. This is what Peter say. Here, think of this example. He say, the fire are much more valuable than gold. Which in any case must go for fire. So don't worry if your faith are trial. You have to get into faith. You have to get into the fire.
I see.
If it's by intercession, by speaking in tongues, by fasting so that the flesh don't hinder the fire, whatsoever means you have to get into the fire. But this is not the Pentecost. The real Pentecostal, most of the Pentecostals have watered down. But you have to also be good in the word. You have to be better than the Pharisees, better than the academic, better than the wise.
Yes.
So Paul say, the world by his wisdom could not know God, because God is not just wisdom. He is also fire. And he's also other things. But he's not just wisdom. It's not, wow, must I figure out there's a creator, and the creator is wisdom. This is what, therefore, each thing he created, he say, and God said, he uses wisdom to build thousands of species of plants and trees, and thousands species of bugs, thousands species of fish and of birds. Yes, this creation.
Yeah.
There's so many, like I have so many screens, types of screens. Each screens have a different function on it. We have a microphone, we have video, we have display, we have different tabs, we have Bitcoin, we have NFTs, we have so many types of screens. Each one do a different, have a different useful thing. We have documents, all sorts of Word and PDF and text documents. Some of the documents is audio, some of the documents is video. But now, some of the video I want to record here on my screen, or just print, and then I want to record what I say. This is my typing. Why must I type? I can just record on this subject, on that subject, on that subject, just like I can have a subject on which I write. So all sorts of bugs, fishes. You can say somebody think next day, say, what, let us make a fish like this. Let me change the DNA and nuclear and like this. And see, now we have a different egg, more teeth, become bigger. So many variations are there. And we know many of the species have died out, which was there. We know they were there in the stone. We see certain species we don't have. All right. So here is Peter. Say, what I have. Now you can also say, I've not money, but what I have. But what do you have? Do you have fire? Do you have wisdom? Can you understand that? This is the questions. Do you have some fire? Fire will heal the people. You just have to say that.
Such a good show. So what I have, I will give it to you. Come said, what do you have?
So I have wisdom. I've read a lot of books. I believe there's a creator.
No, what about my leg?
Have you not read? Peter say, what I have. Do you have this? I said, what are you talking now about? I thought just to figure out, as a Chinese, there's a God is already a big accomplishment. You have to give me a badge for this. Now you need another badge. You say, what I have. I give to you. So surely, Rodney only say fire. Only say, and then something happened. He just said fire, and then something happened with the people. You have the right key word there. Now surely, must say wisdom. Then something happened. Say wisdom. Innovation, merit, think, figure things out, make a solution, and something happened. You say, what I have, I will give you.
Such a good idea. Could you have a question? What do you have?
So what do you have? Surely he have made a lot of gold. With his wisdom, just like Solomon. You can make a lot of gold. With your fire, you can make a lot of wisdom. It's not to say with your fire you won't make wisdom.
Yeah.
It's not with your professor, everything they have crazy, but have he made gold? You have not built anything. No structures you have built. So you can have wisdom. It's not to say you can get gold. You have still to work on your gold. So this is what I say. And right, if you have fire, you still have to work on your wisdom. The best way to work on your wisdom, you have to meditate. Yourself must think on your feet. You have to learn. So surely we say, reporters say, wow, you see the one, he just stand there. Anybody can ask any questions and he have to have a good answer. But you say, she have to read the things off. She don't want to face the reporters because if she say one thing right, they are going wrong. They are going to run negative for her. You say, we like as reporters to stand and think on your feet. This is a higher quality. Now, how can you stand on your feet and think? You have to have a lot of information. And even you have information become boring. You have to think. While you preach, this is the most exciting thing. In that moment, you can have a key you talk about, but in that moment, you have to think again, because the crowd react, the people react, one sleep and the others awake, other chair, the other walk out. You have to interact with the people. You cannot just stay on your points. Just go for your points. You have all the time say how much you interact. If you cannot interact, think on your point, then you cannot go on. All right, so surely you have to work on the gold also. Work on the wisdom and work on the fire. Now, you cannot bring wrong wisdom if you have fire. No, some Pentecostals have bring wrong wisdom. They have not wisdom. They have not developed. They have developed their fire, and it's more difficult to develop your fire than your wisdom. They have not realized it. That if you have fire, you can have much more wisdom. Just as you get the fire, get also your wisdom. This is Solomon's plea. They say, run after wisdom with all you have. Put it around your neck and write it on your head and on your heart. Don't forget it. Go for it. You have so many positive words that you have to run for wisdom. But how do you do it? You learn from his father to meditate. But now he's probably a more superior meditator. Eventually, you run with it. Eventually, you have momentum. Eventually, you don't want to stop. Eventually, you get the treasures of it. Eventually, you find the treasure. You don't want to let it get out of your hand. So eventually, you get the momentum. In the beginning, it's difficult to walk the first mile. You want to give up already in the first mile. You still have to go 1,000 miles. But somewhere down the journey, something started happening. You want to go. You want to be on the journey. If you're not on the journey, you're unhappy. If you don't go full steam, something is missing in your life. Something are lacking in your life. So surely you have to get to the second breath. To get to the second breath is difficult. To get to the second breath of your meditation. There's a second breath of meditation also. If there's a physical second breath, then surely you get first very tired. You will want to give up many times before the second breath starts. So I've know it in my running. Sometimes I get a second breath. Once I was young, I still not walk too far. I don't want to understand. Auntie said, just walk till I get my second. Then I want to walk faster. I could not understand the second breath. So there's a second breath of fire also. You speak in tongues till something starts happening. Something happening more. There's maybe more than second breaths. So you have just to get into that place. This is some of the academic get in that place. They start reading books. They want to read books. They are in that subject. They cannot stop. All the other things is unimportant for them. But normal people want to go to Hawaii. They don't want to go Hawaii. They want to go through this new book now. This very interesting thing the guy is saying. So the second breath. So you have to push yourself. Push yourself till you get into the second breath. So I run. I cannot think why people have a problem with the health that get fucked. Just go and run a little bit. Because at that moment I have momentum. It's not difficult. Now surely to run an hour you spend a lot of energy. And then you are not so hungry. Certain food you don't want to eat. All the healthy things you crave now. I said, well, it's so easy. Just go on and on. It's not easy. You have to push and push you. Now, if you are young, you push you is good. So then, when you are 30, you are in a momentum, in a subject. You don't have to have that hard. No, if you are young, therefore, so I'm saying, when you are young, remember God. Because to remember God is not easy. It's not an easy thing. If you are old, you have not that push. But if you are young, then when you are old, you are on a momentum. It is not so difficult. You know what to do. And you get into that freedom again much faster. When you're young, you try, you never get in that freedom. You never give in that place. So you have to spend a lot of pushing till something become easier. The same powers of the mind start working now in your life. All right. So if you do understand these three principles, you need fire, you need wisdom, and you need gold. Can you stand? Just forget the gold. Protestant tried to get into the wisdom, but not so much wisdom. The Pentecostals want to get in the fire, but not so much fire and not so much, and they are the most poorest. Most, at least the Protestants organized that the pastor get money through all the churches together. Some churches is big, they have more money, but they pay the pastor only so much, so that the smaller churches, they think a little bit more wise to support the pastors. After the pastors go through their seminar, they get a position, they get a salary, they can preach. First assistant pastor, and then a small church, they can be the pastor, and they can move around the churches, but they get their salary. This is what they have. They get older, they get a little bit more salary and a retirement. So they make the way easier for each one that want to be a Protestant preacher, just Protestant preachers. As they have to go and visit the people, this is part of their weekly task, and then they have to prepare 2 sermons and help the youth. This is what the pastor have to do. Sometimes a small church, sometimes a bigger church. But the Pentecostals have not done it. They was foolish. They have not worked it out. They have not seen. They say, well, you must just you need this, what I start, you need environment. If you have not, you have to build the environment. You the guys say, my mother is an addict, my father have left us, my grandmother raised me, and I must go to school. I have no money. We have not even food. She have to negotiate with the state to get more food stamps so that she can feed me. But I have go to college. I've become a lawyer, and I've become a business guy, and now I'm a politician. But I've no support from a family with money. I've gone to Iraq. I've gone through all the right steps. I've not quit. And then I do my law degree. And then I go in business. And nothing was free. Nobody helped me. I've come out of a bad place. So do you think anybody come out of a bad place, he can get so high? But he must first be a lawyer. He must first be a good business guy. Trump won't choose the guy. He must be a business guy. And he have to be straight also. He have to have faced problems in his life. You say, you need the environment, otherwise you cannot be a VP. You need some qualification. Yeah. They won't take guy that come out of school and then he's bad in his mathematics, he have done nothing, you won't take a guy. You have to have an environment. Now he have no environment, he have to build his own environment. The problem, the church say, you need a fire, you don't need a gold. Can you stay there?
You don't need gold, we need it. Give it to us.
So he didn't look for the gold. So Jesus said, he didn't look for what they can wear and what they can, but you seek first, and then these things will come about, will be added. So you say, you have to have the fire. You have to have the wisdom, and you have to have the gold. It must be added. Now, you say, no, we don't need the gold. Now you have to be very deceptive. You say, the people must give me the gold. Where's your gold? Where's your gold? Solomon was wise and have gold. And at least he say one or two things about the Spirit, not as much as we start hearing in the New Testament about the Spirit. So the church must say, we need a fire, we need a wisdom excessively, and we need a gold. How? I must transfer the fire to the people, and the wisdom to the people, and the gold to the people. I have to give them a place. I have to tell them how to make gold. The church must gain gold. But we say, no, we have the fire. The Protestants say, we have the wisdom. But we have not the gold. Businesses say, if you don't want the earth, we want the earth. We will get rich. And the only prayer they have is, God, I'm poor. When are you provide for me? The only thing in the church they preach is how you can be prosperous. This is your blessing. Because nobody now, the world don't have to preach that. They say, go and study and get a good job. That's all they say. They're very clear. Why does the church have not this message? Why are the Protestant church, not Solomon, that have not even silver, he have only gold? Where have he get the gold? He have to get it here out of Africa. How does he build the things? Where does he get the money to pay all these workforces to build these temples and so something?
If they say Christian cannot be rich, I say, no, what about Solomon? But that's the excuse which all these prosperity pastor preach. What about Solomon? Solomon had built his things, not by collecting other people's money.
Yeah. He have tried.
He uses it to justify them. Yeah. Solomon had built things, you have built nothing. You just collect.
All right, so at least what you can say now, you can say you need the fire. Now what Paul say, you need also understanding. He said, what shall I do? How shall I operate my spirit? I will pray in the Spirit. He gives some practical examples. He say, and Timothy will tell you my ways in Christ, which we do in all the churches. So Paul has certain ways, how we train the people, how to pray. Certain ways, how to get into Christ. He say, he will tell my ways in Christ to you, which we proclaim in all the churches. So Paul have find some secrets. Now surely in the letters, the letters is only after he have already teach them heavily. But here he gives you some advice. He say, what shall I do? I will have fire. And I will have understanding. Now, surely you have to say, you cannot just have understanding.
Yeah.
You have to have fire also. How would you get the fire? This is the question. How have you received the Spirit? How have you received the fire? He will baptize you with Spirit and fire. Say, how will you receive? You need somebody that preach faith to you.
Oh.
Faith is fire.
Amen.
If you build that foundation, the Spirit will come.
You have to have an environment with someone have build an environment.
Say, how? Surely you have to receive the gifts. The power gifts. The gifts of faith. The gift of healing. The gift of powers. The gift of tongues. And the gift of discernment of spirits.
Wisdom? That's a wisdom gift.
No, spirit. You must be in the spirit to discern the spirit. You must be in wisdom to discern the wisdom.
That's why. It's very clear for me who are the sheep, who are the goat.
Yeah.
But then it's not clear for the AI guy. So why do you hurt because you don't discern?
All right. And if you're on the fire, you can know who's in the fire. And who is not in the fire. You can also know if you are wise, who are wise and who are not. It's very difficult for the people that hire. They don't know when you are wise because they are not wise. The wise see the wise. The fools cannot see the wise. They think everyone is foolish. And if you have not fire, you cannot see the fire. You can see the wisdom out of the fire. You will say it's emotion. You will say, it is too loud for my ears. But if you have the fire, you can see the fire.
I see.
So how more fire you have, how more you value the fire. How more wisdom you have, how more value the wisdom. How more gold you have, how more you value the gold. Yeah, this is Solomon. He just get more gold and more gold. Very cute and tourists. Everyone like us, not just the recipes.
The cuteness.
The cuteness and openness, and then they become popular. If there's a little bit more fire, with the wisdom, with something on the ground. So you can have your cats. But if you have fire, you'll sell more cats.
Very true. You have to have
if you have your product and you have fire, you will sell the product much more. Don't think your fire cannot give you gold. Peter say it is much more than gold. Now surely the tech people say, look at our black gold. This is more worth than real gold. But if you have fire, you can say, I have more gold. Just give me a couple of cats. I will sell them to you very easy. Because I have fire, I can promote. Say, yeah, because this cat looks so cute. I see what the cat do. Now, surely now you can really expose the cat. So this is what the salespeople must do. They have to bring some positive. They have to convince, motivate, be positive. So tell how good the product is. If they have a lot of fire, they don't even know what they sell, but they sell it. So, all right. So all I say, if they add a little bit wisdom about the product, they can be good salespeople. King, he will take out the empires they can stand. He have extended a little bit, but he have just bring peace. He have not really extend. According to Moses, Israel must be from the Nile to the Euphrates, the whole of Iraq. I can stand it. This is what Moses said. God promised, if Solomon have more fire, he's a better king. Can stand there. If you have more fire, you are surely David have some fire. He have to fight. Go out, he's successful with his fight. And before he goes, he said, let me first have a prophecy. Must I go this way or that way or that way? Then somebody must only first inquire. There must be a prophet. And then the prophet say, go there. And then he go there. Sometimes he always go this way, but then sometimes he go that way. He have some drive. Now, surely he have also, he come from the farm, but he have raised himself up. You see, he come there, he's positive, everyone was afraid. And see, who is this Philistine? We are the armies of God. Who does this Philistine think he is? But he's such a short guy. Philistine is like a giant, 15 feet big. He may be just 5 feet tall, 3 times his size. All right, so Solomon have understand the fire. So the purpose, the source of wisdom, which Solomon eventually not figure out, is the fire. This is the force forward. Is a bigger environment, so you have to build the environment. If you have not one, you have to, so you are behind now. If your father give you a good environment, you can go much further. Okay, many think they must just use up the inheritance like the last son. You have to waste the inheritance. No, your inheritance is that you can build. God have built here a creation. But we can build on that. No, if there was not the atom, if there was not physical laws, if there was not light, if there was not water, where will we be? We have even life here. We have not the body, not the brain, not a physical thing in which your logic, how would it operate? Can you stand there? So we have already given us a good foundation, a good paradise here. These problems, but with our wisdom, we can make it a better paradise for everyone. But if you have not that foundation, the Canaanites have not the foundation. They don't study. At least the Western say you have to study. The mother and the father say, well, go to study now. And you have the stupid leader say, don't study, go to the farm. But at least after he changed, then the mother said, no, you better study. This is your course, give you a base. Can you stand there? If you have that base, surely, we just go to school, we don't know what. This is a base, a Western base. Now the children have not always go to school. They could not even read. They have to work on the farm. Only the elite people learn to read a little bit. Can you stand there? So this is a base. With that, we have a nice base now. The internet gives also a better base. There's a lot of rubbish also. But in the past, there was also a lot of rubbish. So you have to build your base. If you have in your left hand riches and your right hand good health, this is two things you have to work on. So some of the rich people start realizing, I'm the rich, but I must be healthy. Otherwise, I'm going to lose everything. Now, they will hire everybody to help them lift up something that they get in a momentum. Surely, if somebody help you, it is a little bit easier than you help yourself. But at the end, you have to be mature to help yourself. So, now, if somebody have not given you that base, you have to build. Now, surely, maybe you are now too old. Now you realize you need that base. You have never think it's important, the base. You have not work on that base. You have said, no, the fire is important. No, the books is important. But because they have not, now surely, the Chinese are very clear. The gold is important. Can you understand? They are very practical. Do I get gold? Otherwise, I'm not even interested in the wisdom. Can you understand? I need my gold. Some go in the academic and they get a little bit gold, but they don't say, I need more gold. They say, let me enjoy my life. My barn is full, but you will get poor. All right, so this is the teaching. You need a fire. You need the wisdom. And you need the gold. You say, well, I have the fire and you have the wisdom. You cannot say it. So you need the fire.
I see.
You need. Now the pastors depend on the gold of the people. You know, they go left and right very hard. And if it's a little bit hard time, the economies are good, you get no gold.
You'll be the last one.
You are last in the world. Any crisis, they stop immediately.
Always lack of money. Always there's money. You always need money. So never keep.
So if you don't have the money in your hand,
you are very shaky.
You are dependent. It's a shaky ground. Now you have to live by faith. What is that? No, you have to live by faith so that you have more wisdom, so that you can have added also the gold to you. No, surely.
Add your faith, gold.
At least the Pentecostal have opened one of the wells of the fire. They have not so much healing. They have not so much of the other gifts, but at least one gift have opened.
Yes.
But this gift must open heavily. It can open, just like your mind can open really heavily if you exercise. Same with your body. You just, even the Chinese cannot run so good, but if they exercise more than the West, they or can swim so good. This is the Western thing. So you need to have big arms. But if you exercise a little bit harder, you see the zone of bad. Her whole running is wrong. She go left and right. She's too short. So her legs go like this. Her legs is not perfectly for a runner, but she won everybody. So why? Because she maybe like running. She run more than the other. This is all. She come from the farm. She run in the mountains. She have lost the system when she young, so she are a little bit upset.
She lost
so now system. She run. To get away from the upsetness. So this is the guy, he just hit the rock. That's all he do. If he had a crisis, he come and hit the rock again. Eventually his hand gets so strong. Nobody can fight against him. Even with all your technique, you need also strength. Not only